Last year, I spent $4,320 on an Australia and New Zealand trip, and I have zero regrets. I am not here to shame you for spending money. I want you to spend guilt-free on whatever you value in life, like travel. If you never have money for the fun things in life, your income might not be the problem. Here are 16 sneaky little things that are silently costing you money in a complete waste. The last one alone can cost you $590,000 over a lifetime. Why, hello, my yellow groupers. I'm Carly, a finance grad and the creator of Best Money Class Ever, where I teach how to pay off debt in 36 months or less, invest to retire a millionaire, and stress less about money. Grab a seat. I'm about to spill the financial tea. Are you ready for it? First waste of money is convenience stores. Let me paint the picture. A couple times a week, you walk into a convenience store, don't really think much of it. You buy an item or two, you grab some Pringles, you grab a little Twinkies, and you think, nothing of it. It's a few bucks here, a few bucks there. What is that going to really matter? Here's the thing. There are two parts of this. First off, those small repeated habits cost you big time. For example, let's take the $469 plus the $329, $798, and then add some tax. So in a day, you're spending $863. Let's say you do that 3 times a week. That's $25.91 a week times 52 weeks. In 1 year, your habit of a convenience store is costing you $1347.58. Let's say you do that over 3.5 years. Boom, that could have been your trip to Australia and New Zealand. But you just have a few extra pounds and you're wasting money. There's nothing wrong with getting some Twinkies and Pringles, but if you do, I recommend doing meal planning and grocery shopping. I went viral as the #1 trending article on Apple News for only spending $124 a month on groceries. My hack is to have a grocery list and be intentional with your food purchases. The other part of this convenience store thing is everything at a convenience store is marked up exponentially versus if you would have just meal planned and prepared a grocery list. For example, let's take a look at the grocery store prices on these two items. You'll see here you can get Pringles for $2.58 versus the convenience store price of $4.69. This is a markup of $2.11. And let's take a look at the Twinkies. Here you can get a 16 pack of $5.28, which is 33 cents per Twinkie versus the convenience store price of $3.29. Convenience stores are convenient, but they are so expensive and they're costing you the equivalent of an Australia and New Zealand trip. Totally not worth it. Next up, we have designer clothes. I'm going to call out a specific popular brand, Aritzia. I can't even say it. I don't even know. I don't keep up with the brands, but word on the street is girls are going crazy over this brand. And usually it goes something like this. Hey, I am going to buy something that I feel very confident in. It's going to last me forever. I'm going to wear this to every single wedding and the cost per wear makes it so worth it. Okay, there's a few things that I don't like about this. First off, $168 for a dress. No matter how many times you wear it, just not going to justify it. And I personally do not like to wear the same dress to every wedding. Like, why would I do that? No, absolutely not. For example, I have a wedding coming up. You know where I'm going to go? I'm going to head over to my local Ross and I'm going to find, it's going to be a little bit of a hunt. I'm going to have to haul through, but I'm going to find a dress that's probably going to be like $24.99 or something. And I'm not going to wear that to every wedding, but I'm going to wear it to multiple things over multiple years. I'm going to feel confident. I'm going to feel great. And the cost per wear is going to be just a few dollars. I am a fan of shopping discount, shopping clearance, so I frequent Ross, Old Navy. For example, I got these Old Navy jeans on clearance for $5. And let me tell you, I feel confident. I love it. I wear it over and over. I've had these jeans for over a year and a half. I've worn them, we'll say 20 times. It's like a 25 cent per wear. Hello, this is the win-win. This is what we're going for. You can wear lower cost clearance items frequently and it'll last just as long in most cases. Next thing that is a complete waste of money is storage units. Now, as a creator of Best Money Class Ever, I see people spending money on storage units, and these are so expensive. Frequently see people spending like $150 a month on storage units. Within a year, that's $1,800. You're storing stuff that you don't even use. I get it that there are transitional periods in your life where you're changing, life is up in the air, you don't really know. Maybe you're downgrading from a home to apartment temporarily, something's shifting. If you don't know, I sold everything that I had and I lived full-time in an RV for 6 years. Whenever I wanted to do the RV life, I could have just put my stuff in storage. That wouldn't have been worth it. I would have spent like $1,800 every year over 6 years. That would have been over $10,000. If you have a storage unit, it is a waste of money. I recommend just selling what you have. And then if you do go back to having a bigger space, then you can go like I did whenever I got my apartment. I furnished an entire apartment for just over $1,000 by finding legit deals and utilizing Facebook Marketplace. Especially if you are currently in debt, you have a storage unit, just sell the stuff to get a lump sum of cash. Next big waste of money is extended warranties. So anytime you buy an appliance, electronics, electronics or even a car, you think, oh, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to get this extended warranty. Oftentimes, once there is an actual repair that you need, the extended warranty is no longer valid anymore, or the repair itself would have been way less than the actual cost of the policy. Here, according to MarketWatch, you can see the average cost of an extended warranty for a car is anywhere between $500 to $2,500. Let me tell you, I have had my fair share of really expensive car repairs, but not once have I had a car repair that was over $2,500. It's just simply not worth it. Next up, we have haircuts and colors. No shame at all to the ladies who spend a few $100s every time they get a cut and color, and that's your thing. Self-care, you love it. It's your deal. Good for you. For me personally, I just have not had that experience. I would get my hair cut, as in like a spray bottle, and then just scissors and get it cut, and that did the trick. And then as I got older, I thought, oh, okay, I need to have like better haircuts. I want better haircuts. And I would go and drop $60, $80 on a haircut and then not even like the haircut. So I found like there's no guarantee that you're going to like it or not. So might as well spend $20 versus $80, $100 or more, right? I found haircuts are a complete waste of money and I don't like to spend a lot in that area. Next waste of money is eating out. There is a social element to doing it. I like to do it for dates, for birthdays, friends in town, celebrations. But what I mean by eating out as a waste of money is when your primary mode of getting food is fast food or dinners or grabbing on the go. That is so expensive and people don't even realize how much that adds up. Obviously, you got to eat, but for example, let's say you have a habit of grabbing lunch to go for $13 and then you get dinner for $25. In that day alone, you spent $38 on just lunch and dinner. I recently did a video on what I eat in a week with my $38 grocery haul. So that $38 grocery haul was for all of my breakfast, lunch, and dinners for 7 days versus the normal habit that you might have of just that $38 in one day for 2 meals only. You can save so much money when you meal plan and grocery shop with intention. If you've been meaning to save on groceries, I have my financial day planner, which is a day planner and financial plan in one. It comes with a bonus training on exactly how to save thousands of dollars on groceries. So you can grab that. It is in the link below. The next thing that is a complete waste of money is alcohol. Okay, hear me out. I am not sober. I do drink, but I do drink in moderation because of not only your health, but your wallet. Drinking at restaurants, out, and even getting grocery store alcohol is super expensive. This article explains how a 15 bottle of wine can be marked up 400% in a restaurant. You can buy an entire bottle of wine for $15 at a liquor store. If you go to an Italian restaurant, it's priced $13 for a glass of wine. It is so expensive. This one's a little controversial and I might get a hate from it, but I think that Amazon Prime memberships are a complete waste of money. Hear me out on this. The cost itself is more expensive than people think, $14.99 a month, and then the annual plan is $139. And also, it promotes impulsive shopping. Let me show you some of the crazy numbers. According to this article by Capital One Shopping, Prime members spend on average $1,170 per year on Amazon. When you have Prime, this trains you to add items to your cart and buy impulsively. For example, any item that you would want to buy, for example, shoes. What if you just didn't have Prime and then you get the free delivery without the Prime for a few days later than you initially would? That would kind of put a halt to some of your spending as well. I challenge you, if you're an avid Prime user, do you even remember what you bought last year? And more importantly, are you actually using it day to day? If so, great. The next thing that is a complete waste of money is streaming services. It's $9.99 here, $9.99 there. Before you know it, you're spending $100 a month on all these subscriptions just for that one show on this network and that one show on that. I recommend streamlining your streaming and pick one, maybe two carriers that you actually love using. I also recommend, if there is an option to do the freemium version, do the freemium for a few months and listen to those commercials. The next thing that is a complete waste of money is credit cards. There's the annual fees, the interest, late fees. An MIT study found that users on average spend 100% more when you use a credit card versus actual cash. According to the Federal Reserve, 47% of credit card users do carry a balance. Of those that do have a balance within 1 year, they will spend on average $16.57 in interest alone. According to Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Americans spend spent 12 billion, that's billion with a B, on late fees. That is a complete waste of money. I personally don't care about credit card points. I use my debit card, and that makes sure I only spend money that I have, and I'm not spending money on fees or interest or overspending. I also literally take a set amount of cash out, put it in my wallet, and make it last for what I call my operating expenses. Like clockwork, I go to my ATM on Fridays and withdraw $120 cash for the week. Then I get my necessities first, like groceries. I put gas in my car, and the other stuff is just for day-to-day spending. When I limit what I spend on those little things, I am able to do those big ticket items like travel the world. New cell phones are a complete waste of money. Spoiler, 6 months from now, Apple's going to come up with the revolutionary features that you have to have and make your current phone seem totally outdated. I personally have an iPhone 14, a couple models late. I am using my phone for my business full time. This video that you're seeing, I am recording with my phone. I legit actually need my phone for work and business and life. Just because there are newer, later, greater models doesn't mean right then and there I need to upgrade. I like to buy my phone with cash and keep it for as long as I possibly can. Name brand cell phone carriers are a huge waste of money. AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. You are paying extra for the brand name. I, a few years ago, have switched to low-cost carriers. I haven't noticed any difference in the quality of my cell service. For a couple years, used Family Mobile with Walmart. I currently have Mint Mobile. I pay $265 with tax upfront for the entire year of service. It's about $20 plus tax per month, and I do get 15 gigabytes of data. The $265 for a whole year is sometimes what people are paying for a month or two of service with a name brand carrier. Gyms can be a complete waste of money. This is coming from someone who really does value fitness and working out. For this year, I set a goal of doing 200 group fitness classes, and I refuse to spend 100, 200 plus on a gym membership. Here is why. I have found that my workouts are way more enjoyable when there's a community element, so I've prioritized doing meetups or group fitness activities that are free. So for example, I'm in a free biking group, hiking group, dabbling into getting back into run groups. I did find a low-cost gym membership, $37.88 with tax, and I get as many little group fitness classes as my heart's desire. There's no credits, there's no limits. I refuse to spend a ton of money on working out. The next thing that I think is a complete waste of money is expensive mattresses. Mattresses can go for a few $100s up to over $1,000 or $2,000. I get it. I'm your girl. I love sleeping good. I love having a good night's sleep. It's something that you use over 8 hours a day, every single day. So a lot of times people justify like, oh, this is going to be worth it. I recently last year sold my RV. So then it was time to buy furniture for an entire apartment because I had no furniture. That included getting a mattress. A mattress was one of the only things that I actually bought new. Pretty much everything else I bought used on Facebook Marketplace. So I ended up getting one of those mattresses in a box, packed really tight. You cut it open, then it like inflates. With tax and everything, I spent $181.86. I sleep amazing at night. It works just fine. I love it. It's super comfortable and very affordable. The last two are financially related. So we have up next whole life insurance. Now, life insurance is a must-have the moment that you get married and or have a dependent. What it does is if you unfortunately pass away, because death is inevitable, it does protect your loved one. With life insurance, though, there are whole life and then term life. Whole life, there is quote unquote an investing aspect in the policy. Premiums then tend to be way more expensive. I am a fan of using a term life policy and investing the difference. Historically, the stock market earns about 10% in the long run. And so we want our money to work and grow for you in the stock market. I don't view life insurance policies as an investing vehicle. I recently found a best money class ever student. He was 50 years old. He was spending a lot every single month on this expensive whole life insurance policy, $549. I recommend getting a term life policy. For the average 50-year-old, if he would have gotten a term life 20-year policy, that would have been $58 per month, which is almost $500 less than what he's currently paying. I would rather him put that $500 and invest that for his retirement versus having this expensive life insurance policy. And the last mistake that is a complete waste of money and it's costing you big time is advisor fees. There was a study by NerdWallet that estimated a 1% fee on your investment investment could cost the average investor over $590,000 in a lifetime. Let's break this down. A lot of times people have a 401k plan, an IRA plan, they're investing, they're contributing, but they don't really know exactly what they're investing in. First off, you could have your entire retirement in cash, hardly earning anything. Most people, though, do have a mutual fund, which is oftentimes an actively managed fund. So what that means is someone is there picking all these stocks and bonds for you, and there is a fee for that. So the average fee on an actively managed fund is about 1%. And you think, what is 1%? Someone's doing it for me. I don't understand investing. It's worth it. Absolutely not. That 1% fee is crazy expensive because with investing, the most important thing is compound interest. So when you have a little bit of that earnings and gains taken from you to pay for the fee, that has this rippling exponential impact in the long run that is costing you big time. I am personally a fan of what's called a target date index fund. If you guys want a full video on what to invest in and how investing works, let me know in the comments below. In short, like a target date index fund has the target year that you expect to retire, and then it has thousands of different stocks and bonds that just follows the market at large. It's indexed to all the stocks, all the bonds, and the fees are crazy low. My fund has a fee of 0.08 versus 1%. I am here to hype you up. Now it's time for a best money class ever money win. This one is for you if you're like, oh man, I want to make some changes, make some cuts, but I don't know if it'll be worth it. This comes from someone who went through specifically her subscriptions and decided to make the hard decisions to go without a few of those subscriptions. Those little bitty changes really did add up. She writes in, my annual savings are going to be over $2,300. This does take a little bit of time to simmer on and decide which things you want to cut. Now, I get it. Some of these things you're used to using and you're like, not really thinking of it as a waste of money, but I encourage you to go through and find ways that you can save that are like not worth it anymore. She saved $2,300 in a year. If she can do it, why not you? Yes, you might have to make some changes. It might be different. You might not like it. But the great thing about going without things is if you truly do miss it, you can always just re-add it back. I wanted to do a quick recap and let me know in the comments below which ones you think are a complete waste of money and you're going to try out as well. As a recap, we have convenience stores are convenient, but they are so costly. And those little bitty purchases are way more expensive than if you would have purchased at a grocery store. Designer clothes, I get the appeal. You are going to wear something that you're comfortable in and you're looking at the cost per use, but hey, in reality, you can do cost per use off of Old Navy and it'll be like a quarter and it works just fine. Storage units, if you have a bunch of stuff that you aren't using, then just sell it, make some extra cash, and then free up that cash every month going forward. Extended warranties seem like it's a smart thing to do, but really they're just a waste of money. A lot of times they go unused or they don't actually cover the repair that you need, or the repair that you need would just be a lot less expensive than the actual policy. Haircuts and colors, if that's your thing, go for it. For me, I'm happier with my $26.95 haircuts. They do the job. Eating out is something that is way overpriced and I like to do, but just do in moderation, not my day-to-day lunch and dinner throughout the week. Alcohol, yeah, I love me a good Cosmo, but in large, I also think of moderation when it comes to consuming alcohol, especially at restaurants. They are marked up substantially. Prime membership, it's costly every month. Even with the annual plan, it's $139 and it promotes impulsive shopping throughout the year. Streaming subscriptions, I literally don't have any streaming subscriptions at the moment. The $10.99, the $9.99 does add up. I also currently have my cell phone that I bought 2 years ago and it's doing just fine. The name brand cell services are a complete waste of money. I spend way less with a low-cost carrier. And gyms, I found a low-cost gym that has unlimited classes for $37. I want you to find the same too. Mattresses don't have to cost hundreds or thousands of dollars. You can buy one. Quality does the job for just $100 or $200. Whole life insurance seems like a smart thing, but I encourage you to invest the difference and get a lower cost term policy. And advisor fees, I want you to invest and have your money working for you. I do recommend investing in index funds or passive investing versus having that 1% fee from an advisor. I am really curious and I would love to hear from you. What do you think is a complete waste of money? Is there anything here that you are like, I didn't realize it, but that's costing me a ton and I want to make a change? Let me know if you are watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify. Spill your financial tea. Thank you, my yellow groupers, for listening. Every single show has a dope name that they call their listeners. I am calling you my yellow groupers. We have slow starts. We get off track. We get behind. We get knocked down. We've been through some things. Nothing comes easy. The cards are stacked against us. The hands we are dealt are not ideal, but we don't ever give up. That is where our grit is born. Our trials, our adversities, that is what makes us stronger. Did you like this episode? If so, like it and subscribe. Be sure to share it with your friends who also geek out over personal finance. Leave me a 5-star review wherever you're listening. It really helps others who are on a mission to pay off debt and invest find this show. If you've been meaning to get your finances in order, now's the time, and this is the best place to start. Here, you'll overcome analysis paralysis with the finance plan. This is the roadmap that you've been looking for to pay off debt and invest, even if you have no idea where to start and you're living paycheck to paycheck. Are you tired of figuring this money stuff out on your own? You don't need to spend a lifetime stressed about money. You can turn things around in a month. I will show you exactly how. Best Money Class Ever is my live and virtual 4-week personal finance class. Think of me as your personal finance consultant to help you get the results you want with money. Enrollment is currently closed. You want in? Get on the wait list. Head on over to bestmoneyclassever.com or the link below. You'll instantly get a 20-page guide with the finance plan so you can start a plan to pay off debt and invest now. As always, remember you only live once. Be smart with your money now. I'll catch you later. Bye.